What's up, y'all? It's your boy J Bass with darklightsounds.com. In today's video, this is going to be the part 2 series of how to add melodies to chord progressions. Okay. So as I was saying in the first video, was all you had to do was just take the simple way to make a melody from a chord progression is just simply take like the notes in the chord and just break it up into separate notes and put it up an octave, or you can even switch it. The chords can be in the upper range and the melody can be in the mid range, so but primarily most of the time the melody is in the upper range and the chord is more like in the mid range. Okay. All right, so now the difference here is when you're making melodies that's a little bit more advanced than just simply breaking the chord up, is now you have to use notes in between the chords or notes that's in the scale. Okay, so it's in the scale of the key of F minor. That's the key that we're in right now, but it's not actually a part of the chord. All right, so just so y'all don't get confused, I know I'm just taking it one step at a time, so just kind of giving you the basic concept. So these other notes that I'm gonna put in is not actually a part of the actual chord, all right, but it is a part of the scale. All right, so now in order to use the scale, you have to know the scale. All right, so this is F minor. All right, and that's one mode, one form of a scale, because you have a whole lot of different forms of the scale. So but the main modes of the scales that you're going to usually deal with is going to be either minor or major. Okay. I guess I need to explain it briefly, the difference between a major scale and a minor scale. So a minor scale is most of the beats that most of y'all probably listen to is going to be in a minor key, and it's going to have more of a how to describe it, like more of like a sad sound, or more of a serious type sound. It's not necessarily just sad, but more like a serious type of sound. It usually gives you more of a darker, richer sound. All right, that's minor. Now a major scale is usually going to give you more of a happy, brighter sound. Okay. For example, a basic song like from when you probably was in kindergarten or nursery school, that I'm sure all of us have heard and played. Had sung, in elementary school. Nursery school is like Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I can play it right quick. Mary had a little lamb, it was white as snow. So that's more of a major scale. That's a major scale, all right, and a major key. And it's giving you like a happy sound. Happy. That's a nice, happy, bright sound. Okay. Now your minor scale is going to give you more of a dark sound, right? All right. More of a either sad or more of a serious type sound. All right, so, and you hear that in the movies and stuff like that. So just give you an idea of the different modes, what we mean by major versus minor. Okay, in this song here, or this beat, is we're in a minor key, and we're playing in F minor. All right. So what we're going to do here, the first thing I'm going to do is show you the formula of a scale. All right. Wish I could show you should have actually made a keyboard. That's what I probably should have done. There's a keyboard right here on the side. So I guess I'll use that for right now. But what we'll do is, let's see, it's kind of low. We'll bring it up. We'll just say right here. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you the numbers. All you have to do is count. All right, so each key is a number. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then back to 1. It's just up an octave. So that's the same note as this note. It's F1 and there's another F at the top. So it's going to be 12 notes all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we start back over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so forth. All right. Now, what we want to do is eliminate numbers to give us the minor scale. All right. So what you could do is I would write these numbers down, on a piece of paper. All right. So that way you can remember it. So the minor scale is going to be, the number's going to be 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11. I'm going to go slowly with it. All right. And play it at the same time. Let's say 1, skip 2, 3, 4, skip 5, 6, skip 7, go to 8, 9, skip 10, go to 11, skip 10 and go to 11. And then back to 12. Back to 1. So skip 12, go back to 1. All right, so let me do it one more time. 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, and back to 1. All right, I'm gonna play it kind of fast so you can hear what the scale sounds like. So, and that's it. That's your minor scale. So what we're gonna do is to make a melody that's a little bit more involving, a little bit more complex. We're gonna use more notes. So we'll say, let's say, got a note here, and I'll use G. So we use G in this note here, and I'm gonna use B flat or A sharp, and that would be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm using 6. All right. That way I'm playing in the right range. I don't want to confuse y'all. So 1, 3, 4, 6. What is that? And I think that's what? 1, 3, 4, 6, 8. Okay, 8. So those are the notes we have so far. And then maybe we go. So let's play just a little bit that we have so far. Okay, and then Let's see. Put some more notes in. So we got then we can do so let's try that. All right. So let's take this same whole melody here that we have, and we're gonna put it into the bell section. All right. I'm gonna just delete what I got here and just copy the same thing. All right, and do the same thing on the other section. Bring it into the bells. Bring it in. I think that was it. Make sure. Yeah, that gotta be, because yeah, that's the piano part. Okay. And then, like I said, we just repeated the same thing. So, that, paste, and just bring it all the way over. All right. And let's play it. Let's see what we have. And that's it, really, as far as making your melodies. And you can switch the notes up. It doesn't have to necessarily go in this pattern, like going up the whole time. It's just giving you the idea that you're using notes that's not particularly in the chord, okay? They're what you would call either passing notes, passing tones, or neighbor tones, okay? Well, in this case, these are passing tones, okay? So you're going from one note, the home note, like that's in a chord, F, then you go into G, that's not in the chord. All right, let me turn that bell part up louder. Let me play it. All right, so you have F. The first chord is F, G, then C, right? But we have the notes in between. That's not in the chord. And this A sharp or B flat is not in the chord either. All right? So if you played it all together, it would sound like that. Kind of like what they call a tetrachord. But it would sound like that. But we eliminate those other two notes, right? Then we just play the F minor chord. So we're going to use the notes in between to add more melody. That's what we're doing. All right. All right. And that's it. It's simple. I mean, and there's other ways you could do it. Like say, let's just say I want to not necessarily use it in this rhythmic form. I could say, move this A down to G. Let's see. Let me get rid of that piano. I know the piano's playing the melody. So let me Let me take the melody part out. That way that y'all can hear the difference in what I'm doing in the melody. That way y'all get y'all really get the idea. You know, but all together, the key in the making these melodies is knowing the scale, knowing what key you're in and the scales. All right, as long as you know that, the scales and the key, then you're good. You better make all kind of melodies. All right. So I went so I changed it up a little bit, and let's say I'm gonna do the same thing here. And let's say I want to change. Maybe instead of going up, I can bring it down. Maybe I can do this. Here I can go, take this, move this in, and just extend it out. All right. Or boom boom. Or boom boom. You know, you can change it up. There's all kind of things you can do. Or you just repeat the same idea again. You know, which I would highly recommend. You don't want to just be all over the place with ideas. You know, just keep it simple. You know. You can even do something like this. You can a little bit more advanced, but let's see, how would I do? Do like a trill. They call it a trill. It might can work. Just try it out. See if you like it. You know, it might sound good some places, some songs may not. But, let me think. Maybe extend it out. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll leave this here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the wrench tool and go, let's say, to 4 and spread it out a little bit. I'll probably about right there. I don't know. Highlight it. Control U. And you know what? I'd have to open it up. What I want to do is bring every other note down like that. Uh-oh. Might be easy. This is actually an easy way to do it, I think. But I'll do it like this for now. Put an extra one. So it's like a trill. So let's see what it sounds like. You know. You know, you just get creative, you know. And if you like it, you can use it. If not, I mean, it's up to you. Maybe I'll put a little crescendo to it. Well, a drop in rise in volume. You know. Like that. Let's see what it does. You know. So, like I said, it's endless possibilities of what you can do. You know, I probably wouldn't necessarily keep that I just did, but just giving you just possibilities of what you can do. You know, I would probably keep it like I had it the first time. You know, but always experiment. You know, don't be afraid to experiment and see what sounds good, what doesn't. You know, that's how you come up with masterpieces. You know. And that's it, really, y'all. You know, it is more like a beginning way of making melodies, but that's how you do it, pretty much. That's the basic idea. You know, knowing the scale, using the chord progression, you know, chord changes, and just also using the notes that's in the key, but that's not in the scale. I mean, I'm sorry, that's in the scale, but that's not in the chord. Okay. And then that's how you come up with your melodies, you know. So this right here is more like a neighbor tone. Boom, go to your neighbor's house, come back home, all right? These are more like passing notes. You're passing through the neighborhood, right? Boom, what's that? Starts off. Boom, sorry. All right, so it's not coming back, so it's all the way just passing through. Boom. So that's why they call it like a passing. These are passing tones. All right, and these will be neighbor tones. All right, and that's pretty much it, y'all. So the key to this, like I said, is learning the scale formula. So practice the scale formula. And what I would do with the scales, so you can don't get confused with having to just count numbers all the time. I would get a piece of paper, tear it up into small pieces, and with a keyboard, make sure you have your keyboard. You need to get an actual keyboard. I'm gonna hold mine up. You know, just a simple keyboard like this, keyboard controller. You can get a good decent size for like maybe $100, you know. Maybe get one at the pawn shop if you know struggling for money or anything like that. Maybe $25-$50, something like that. And what I would do is like for each key or a particular key, like say you want to learn the key of F minor, just put the numbers on those keys, like 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11. That way you'll always know it. And then what'll happen is, as you keep playing the scale with those numbers on it, what'll happen is you'll start to picture the actual scale, what it looks like. Then you'll be able to play it without counting numbers. You'll just know it because you'll see the shape pattern of the scale. Each scale actually has a shape pattern on the keyboard that you can actually visualize. And that's how I know the scales. Like I can play F minor, F sharp minor, G minor, C minor, C sharp minor, D minor, E flat minor, E minor, then back to F sharp, G. I can play whatever scale I want to play in a minor form. and I can do the same thing in major. All right. So, and the way I'm able to do that is because I learned the formula and I kept playing it and practicing it. Eventually, I started to actually visualize the scale by just looking at the keyboard. You know, right now, to some of y'all who's not used to playing scales and doesn't really know the notes of the keyboard, you know, it may look foreign. It'll look foreign to you and look intimidating. But as you keep doing it, you'll see that it's really easy and really simple. All right. So, other than that, that's it for today's video. So like, subscribe if you want more knowledge, information, you know, and more sound packs. Like I said, if you like that chord progression, like I said, that crazy chord sound pack has like over 4,800 chord progressions that you just put into your DAW, you know, to make beats. Now you have a video that shows you how to make melodies and put your drums to it and all that, and boom, you ready to go. You can make all kind of melodies and complex chords, and your friends will be wondering like, how you come up with those chords? You know, you don't let them know the secret using the crazy chord sound pack. You know. So other than that, that's it. It's your boy Jay Bass with darklightsounds.com. See y'all in the next video. All right.